So you said you were struggling with something.
What?
You said you were struggling.
I'm not struggling with anything.
Why are you holding it up to your face?
Why not?
They can't see this.
I don't care. I just feel like...
You know what? Just cue the intro. Hello guys, it's T.L.B.P podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Victor.
And this is a cold start.
It's a cold start, you know.
It's a cold start.
He amped it up so weak. It was a weak intro. Not gonna lie. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Look, it's because we were talking before. You know, I can't.
Yeah, I don't care.
Look, I can't be involved.
It's a 7 out of 10. Take it or leave it. That's what you get. That's all you get.
I don't need this kind of aggressiveness.
Well, that's all you're gonna get.
Why do I get a 7 out of 10?
You only get a 7 out of 10.
Look, I don't intro every week, okay? I only intro whenever we have a cold start because we're in the middle of a conversation and
then all of a sudden you just like record.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just hit record. You know,
yeah, that's you. That's what you do.
No, because you know we're wasting time talking when we should be recording. What we're talking about right before.
What are you talking about? Like,
you were saying how you were...
Everything we talk about before does not matter at all.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Sometimes it's really good content, and I'm like, damn, we should have been recording this.
I mean, I guess.
There's been a few times where that's happened, where the conversation before should have been recorded, but we didn't record it.
Yeah, because, like, why would we?
Look, I mean,
like, sometimes we have our moments...
Yeah.
When we're not recording, that it's just so funny, and we're just like, dang, we should be recording this. And I'm like, yeah, but then it'll ruin the moment. Ruin the moment, so we can't record it. You know. But for that kind of experience, watch my Netflix special. It hasn't come out yet, or it hasn't even been picked up. It hasn't even actually been written yet.
I thought you were writing it.
Yeah, well, I'm in the process of writing it. I have like 4 minutes of like good content.
4 minutes of good content.
4 minutes, and I need to fill up an hour. You can understand how difficult this is.
No. A Netflix special can go anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour.
I want an hour.
Okay.
I want an hour special. That's why you call it an hour special.
It's not an hour special. It's just called a Netflix special.
No. I'm making an hour Netflix
and some people do an hour and a half.
Okay, but that's like
exclusive.
That's exclusive. That's like VIP. That's like your Dave Chappelle or like Russell Peters or like Gabriel Iglesias.
I don't even know if they have Netflix specials.
I don't know either. I think Fluffy does though.
I know. I'm pretty sure Dave Chappelle does.
Dave Chappelle does, yeah.
He has a few, and then he was telling people not to watch them because it was getting banned or something like that. I can't remember. It's a whole thing, but that's not that. I'm not gonna get into the politics of the Netflix.
Politics. Politics. Politics?
There's a lot going on, and I don't
know what you're talking about.
To talk about the legalities.
The legalities
of which
politics.
I know nothing about.
Are you in court or something? Like, is this? What are you talking about?
Bro, I'm gonna start watching some legal shows, and I'm gonna get all informed.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I can't remember who was like. Can't remember what I was watching where this guy makes a joke about how like they go into the hospital because this guy's injured.
Yeah. And
the guy's telling the doctor exactly what's wrong with him, and the guy looks at him and he's like, Are you a doctor? And he goes, nah, man.
I just watch a lot of YouTube.
No, he goes, nah, man. I just watch a lot of medical shows. He's like, that's the problem with today's world. There's too many medical shows.
Yeah, like, see, like, a bunch of people are, like, internet doctors.
Yeah.
So, like, they think of themselves as, like, they know everything since they, like, learned everything on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, depending where you got your sources and, like, depending where you got your information... Like, yes, you're still not there yet.
Why are you still holding that up to your face?
Well, why? They don't even know what I'm holding up to my face.
It's a pop filter.
Yeah, why not?
You don't, I mean, maybe.
I need to suppress all my P's.
Okay.
Because I say them aggressively, and I've realized this, and I'm just going to hold a pop filter to my face.
All
the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Whenever you talk.
Just even when you're just going to see me walking down the street. That's how people are going to recognize me now. They're just going to see me, like, walking around with, like, holding a pop filter.
I think it'll be funny
and like groceries because it probably went.
No, because we're in the process of changing our setups. We're both gonna have pop filters. In our
I know, so it's literally gonna be just like you can't see me. We're in the process of doing stuff. Okay, so like it's just gonna be like pop filter in my face, and I'm gonna feel very uncomfortable.
The entire time that someone's filming you.
Yeah,
because someone's filming you, right? Like right now, I'm filming you. I'm running film on my phone.
Sure, I don't believe you.
You're just trying to hide from the paparazzi.
I'm hiding from the paparazzi all the
with
time.
With a pop filter?
With a pop filter. They'll never recognize me. Well, but they just know it's me because I'm holding the pop filter. Well, the thing
is when I say someone's filming you, I mean because you were quite literally born in the generation that basically grew up in front of a camera.
I didn't grow up in front of a camera. I grew up in front of 8 cameras.
Well, multiple cameras. I mean, you walk into a mall nowadays,
and everyone's walking around with a camera.
If you walk into a mall from one end to the other end of the mall, anywhere between 50 to 100 cameras saw you.
Yeah.
From one end of the mall to the other end of the mall, because some stores have cameras that catch the hallway as well while you're walking through it. So there's the mall security, and then there's the store security. So there's multiple cameras that.
And then you just have people who are like,
filming
recording or like, on Snapchat, and I'm in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how many like if people actually like knew my face.
Yeah.
Like how many like. Okay, because I do this thing like whenever we like travel to like sightseeing or anything like that.
Yeah.
I tend to do that photo bomb to like ruin the photo for the people. So like if there's a family photo and they're doing it and I'm right behind them, I am now a part of your family. I am in the background holding a peace sign up.
Cause family.
Cause family. You know, just to quote Dominic Toretto, you know, just family.
It's family.
Family. I'm in so many photo bombs. Like I'm not even kidding. Like
I see
even like even couples. I'll just be there in the background with my derpy face holding up a piece.
Yo, we were talking about this the other day. How like in movies it's always family.
Yeah.
But in anime it's friendship.
It's friendship to the bitter end.
We can do anything because of friendship.
Exactly.
I will die for you because of friendship.
Yeah, like Naruto, Fairy Tail, all that.
Friendship is like the overarching thing.
But you see, at that point, there's so much, like, they're so good friends that they're basically family.
I know, but they're like...
But that's just family.
But they're like, no, but I like how, like, in anime, they go, why? He's like, because he's my friend.
I know.
And you're like, you almost died for this guy.
And it's just like, yeah, and he wouldn't do that for me at all. But still,
like,
I would do it for
literally
him.
the Naruto-Sasuke dynamic.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic is literally dumb.
Yeah.
Like, well, Naruto basically dying constantly.
Yeah.
As some guy named Sasuke.
Yeah. That's tough.
No spoilers, bro.
I was about to say like 57. But that's for another day.
No, it's a whole thing.
But yeah, so I'm that type of guy who's just photobombs, because why not? You know, I feel like it, and if I see you taking a photo and I'm behind you, just be ready to see some guy with a derpy face.
With a derpy face.
With a derpy face, and
no, I remember there was this I was on the bus.
Yeah.
And there's this girl, she's taking...
I feel like you've said this story before.
Have I told the story on? I don't know.
Okay.
Go. I can't remember. Anyway, but there was this one time where this girl was on Snapchat.
Yeah.
She's taking selfies. Okay. And then you know how like you angle the phone up? Mm-hmm. Like, well, most people don't. Like, they get the angle from above to raise their arm up.
I get it.
I was in the shot. And then on like one of the shots she took, I looked up and I smiled and put up the peace sign. And then she took the phone, she looked down and she pulled her phone down and she looked at it. She turned around and looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
it's like
and also like especially like when I was in high school, there was people like always making like TikToks during lunch.
Oh yeah,
I'm behind so many TikToks.
Oh yeah,
I'm just trying to get to.
Yeah, man. Look, TikTok has changed the way.
Even like if I walk downtown, if you walk downtown,
yeah,
where we are. And like there's I can guarantee you if you walk through the park you'll probably see one person
making a TikTok. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I'm behind, like just in one day I was like behind like 23 of them.
What is it? There's a guy who's like he uses TikTok like a vlog.
Yeah.
Like he'll label the day and then part 1.
Yeah, that's genius.
And then he just like it's like 6 or 7 of them, and it's all just like TikTok clips of his day. And I'm like, that's an interesting way. Like, if you're like in the normal feed and you hit part 1 or part 2 or part 5,
and you like it and you don't have no context.
Yeah,
you're like, I need to go see part 1.
Click on his profile and then go look for the rest of it.
It's like the biggest click game ever.
It's the best clickbait if there ever was one.
Yeah.
I hate that on TikTok.
I would be that kind of guy who'd just be like part 2 and then not be a part 1 on my page. And I just see people scrolling looking for part 1.
Release the next video.
The next video.
Part 1 got taken down.
Part one got taken down. Sorry guys, but we never saw part 1. Don't worry about that. So I'm releasing part 6 tomorrow. Just don't worry about it.
Just mess up everything.
Just messing with everyone. Just like, I just released part 2. Part 1 was taken down. No, but we never saw it. Don't worry about it. I'm releasing part 6.
The other day too is like when people like they try to like show you this crazy mystery thing.
Yeah.
And then part 1 is like, okay, all the hype build up and they're like, stick around for part 2. So part 2's coming. So you go and you watch part 2. You know what happens?
They tell you to go to YouTube?
The first 30 seconds of part 2 is a recap of part 1.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Half of the part was just wasted.
I love like those like mystery things where like it's like to see the full video, go to my YouTube channel. And I'm like, what? Why would you do this to me? Like, this hurts me deeply.
Because they're
like,
trying to diversify.
I know.
That's gonna be us.
That's totally gonna be us. Like, not gonna lie. Like, I mean, like, it'll be like the funniest clip of like the whole episode, and then the rest just be like total you know. But then all of a sudden, it'll just be like, oh, there's a joke. I got it. I got the full context.
You got the full context.
Yeah, and it'll be great.
It'll be great.
It'll be great.
Are you sure?
Probably not, but you know, anything goes at this point.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Look, I think that oftentimes we forget how we go about doing things. You know what I mean? Like the way we started this podcast was just like
spur of the moment kind of thing. We're
not really.
Like, let's do 3 trials, and then
we did 2.
Yeah,
we did 2 test runs, and then
I was still discovering who I was.
Not really.
During that point,
I mean, I guess
now I'm this dude.
I don't actually know.
I'm just some guy from Canada.
I'm just some guy from Canada.
Honestly.
I'm just some Tito from Canada.
I love talking to people who are not from Canada, especially Americans, because they're just like, you sound like you're American. I'm like, I'm not though. And they're just like, but you're Canadian. You're not supposed to sound like us. And I'm like, I'm like, literally my accent is exactly like yours. We're not that different. Like, we're literally neighbors.
We're literally the same people.
I know.
To a certain degree.
Yeah, to a certain degree. We think about our elections. Kind of.
I mean, we're going into election season right now.
I know. October, get ready.
You can vote.
Not totally, but yeah.
Yeah, you technically could vote.
I technically could vote this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, though.
You're not going to?
I'm not going to.
The people need...
Not until the following year,
It's because of you that we have problems.
No, it's just...
You're the problem.
No.
You're the plague of this society.
Definitely not.
You can vote, you don't.
Yeah, I'm not just going to vote right when I'm fresh. No. I'm not going to vote until the following.
Until next year?
Yeah.
Either way, you can't vote next year.
Either way, I can't vote.
It's the whole the reset cycle.
Don't worry about it. Has children, gets married, still hasn't voted.
I remember when the elections were coming up the first time around, and everyone's like, "Are you gonna vote?" I'm like, I probably shouldn't I?" And they go, "Well, yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I kind of looked into it, and I was like, I mean, I guess. I
guess I could do that.
None of these are like promising. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, either way, like I'm gonna lose something here. Like all these promises
that don't happen.
A lot of empty promises. But then
I mean, like that's the whole game, right?
And then Trudeau won again.
Just promise a whole bunch of that you're not gonna actually do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That honestly, I could go run for prime minister and be like, I promise you that we'll only have 4 days of work, not 5. Yeah. And then everybody will be like, okay, I love that idea. Let's do that. Let's vote for that guy. And then they'll be like, screw you. Now you're working 6 days a week.
I think like when you look at the cabinet ministers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's so much diversity.
Oh
in
yeah,
that
definitely.
cabinet minister. Like that is like the most like iconic thing though I think that this country has.
The diversity?
Like, yeah, the diversity in the panels.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just like, and I love that. Like that's like the most Canadian thing if there ever was one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we don't care where you're from.
Honestly, the culture of Canada is just to be multicultural.
Yeah.
That is quite literally the culture.
To varying degrees.
To varying degrees?
Yeah, because I mean, there's a certain group of people from Canada.
Yes.
They would say that they are Canadian.
Yes.
That they don't really have culture, but they claim that it's a culture.
Yeah, their culture is to steal culture.
Their culture is to steal culture. I mean, it's
just agree with me because you know it's the truth. Don't deny this.
I mean, it's kind of.
I mean, like there's a lot of culture. Well, not a lot of culture, especially just in Canada alone,
yeah.
and in some parts of America, they don't really have culture, and their culture is just to steal culture from other places. So that's what they just do. That's their culture. Their culture is
okay. Look. Let's be honest. Okay, so this is like Toronto. Toronto likes to think it has its own culture.
Let's not talk about Toronto.
Okay, look.
Let's just not talk about Toronto.
We're talking about culture. We got to address this.
No.
Toronto thinks it has its own culture.
It doesn't.
But Toronto also thinks that they're all of Canada.
Toronto thinks it has an accent.
Yeah, Toronto also thinks. Let me finish. Toronto also thinks well, I mean, Toronto forgets about the rest of Canada. They're like, we are Canada. Everybody else is...
Yeah, I know. For some weird reason, whenever you ask somebody what the capital of Canada is, they'll be like, Toronto. I'm gonna be like, you're wrong.
And you'd be like, so you never took world geography?
I'm like, you're wrong. You're very, very wrong.
But like, nothing against Toronto. I mean, it's an okay place. Traffic's horrible, but it's an okay place. I mean, it's like
look, traffic in Toronto, I despise traffic in Toronto. It is the most annoying thing I think I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I wasn't even the one driving.
I mean, I'll never forget that one time we were driving through Toronto and we hit a storm. We got hit by a storm, and we were literally sitting in our car, like completely at a standstill.
Yeah.
On the highway.
Yeah. On the highway.
In this crazy storm.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we all just like hanging out like in our cars parked essentially in a giant parking lot on the street?
I never forget this one time we were on our way entering Toronto. And there was just this one lady, like, with a bucket of fried chicken on her lap. And I was just like, that's living life to the fullest. I'm like, you're on the highway right now, enjoying a bucket of chicken.
Someone else drives you.
No. Like, they were the ones driving. They just had the bucket of chicken on their lap and they were
crazy.
driving. That's crazy, but, like, I admire that.
That's dangerous.
I don't think it was dangerous. I just think, like, it wasn't... I mean, like, it wasn't a smart idea, you know? Just have a bucket of chicken.
Having a bucket of chicken
just over your lap.
I mean, but your hands are all greasy. You try to turn the wheel, your hand slides, and the wheel doesn't turn.
No. See, that's why you just gotta use one hand, you know? Just one hand on the chicken. One hand.
What if you're right-handed, though?
Designated chicken.
Like, when I eat food...
Then you just switch hands.
But I'm not left-handed. I can't. What if I miss my face and I slap myself?
You're gonna slap yourself.
With a piece of fried chicken.
If I told you to touch your nose with your left hand, would you miss?
Not gonna lie, I did not mean to do that on purpose.
No, you did not miss. You still touched your nose.
Yeah, but I was slightly off.
I mean, I don't know why that's like so hard if I told you to touch your
okay, look, I don't know if you noticed, but my hand-to-eye coordination is really bad.
It's not even hand-to-eye.
I don't know what it is. What is this called?
It's just your sixth sense.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
You're bad at using your sixth sense.
We only have 5.
No, 6.
When I was in school, I was taught that there was 5.
Okay, whatever. There's 5. But, like, in reality... in reality...
There's, like, 10. But
in reality, there's, like, 20 of them. But, like, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not really going to talk...
We're not going to talk about that.
It's like...
It's like when you smell a certain scent, you can be aware that it's danger.
Anyway, I was going to say...
how do you know it's danger?
Because you've been told that it's dangerous. I mean, I'm not gonna get it.
Exactly.
That's too complicated.
No one ever told me. I just knew.
Okay,
but that's also just knowledge.
Look, I need you to understand that eating fried chicken while driving can get you a ticket. Can get you a ticket.
Okay, never mind.
Actually, yeah, you can. You can get a ticket for that.
You can get a ticket for eating and driving?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was just drinking and driving.
No, you can get a ticket for eating and driving too.
I've seen a cop eating and driving.
But that's different. He's a cop.
So?
He's probably having his lunch.
So he's breaking
break.
his own law.
No, because like. Look, you have to understand that there are certain issues at hand. Like, for one, I'm sure there's been a time where the police servicing in this country, they were a little understaffed.
What about truck drivers?
So, truck drivers is different too, man. I don't know what they're doing, man. Bro.
No, look, this would not hold up in court.
Look, anything that you do that distracts you from driving can get you a ticket. So, like,
I turned on the radio.
Even if you're turning too much to talk to the person next to you, could get you a ticket.
Okay, but a cop isn't going to stop you from doing that.
Of course not, but you technically could get a ticket for all this stuff.
No, you just get a warning.
No, you could. I'm trying to explain this to you that you technically could get a ticket.
You could, but you won't. If you're a cop and you stop me from eating my Tim Hortons, okay, while I'm driving, I'm gonna complain.
I'm gonna write you a ticket.
I'm gonna write you a ticket. And like, okay. I know that's not how it works, but I'm gonna pull out a paper slip, you know. And just write you one. I'm gonna be like, I want you to sign right here. And they're gonna be like, I'm not signing anything. And I'd be like, okay, what's your name, officer? And then I'd probably cause a whole scene. But like, honestly, like, if you stop me for taking a bite of a sandwich and I put it back down, and you stop me and write me a ticket for taking a bite of a sandwich,
yeah,
I would argue it. And you know what? You know what the person would probably say? The judge.
Yeah.
He'd be like, well, you were hungry. It was early, and you weren't under any form of substance. There wasn't many cars around. You know what? I think you were fine.
Okay, well, I'm not getting into this. This is too complicated of a conversation right now.
No, it just wouldn't hold up.
I mean, I guess.
I just argue it.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
So confrontational.
I have to be.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Otherwise, people will shove you around, man.
Bro, I don't get shoved around.
Yeah, because you're confrontational when you need to be.
Only when I have to be.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay $500 because I took a bite of a sandwich. Are you? I think you'd be confrontational.
I mean, what if it's a good sandwich, though? I mean, like...
If it's a good sandwich, you still wouldn't pay it because it was a good sandwich.
What if it's a bad sandwich?
If it's a bad sandwich, then you're still hungry. You're still starving.
You'd probably be like, you know what? This sandwich is worth that's $500 because it's trash. Here, take a bite, sir.
No, you just wouldn't pay $500.
It's like Ross when his boss eats his sandwich.
Oh, from like Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he put a little note on it.
Yeah. He's like, what little note? He's like, oh.
And then he gets leave because like they think he has like anger issues.
Yeah, because he only ate half of it and then he threw the other half in the trash. He's like, oh, it was really big. I couldn't eat it all. He goes, you threw the other half of my...
you threw out my sandwich? Yeah, he just lost his mind. That was a funny episode, not gonna lie. It kind of lasted like 2 episodes though, because that's when he starts to move.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
That show like has like so many things going on.
Oh yeah, sometimes. And like they even make fun of Donald Trump at one point, and it still makes sense today.
it still holds up today.
It still holds up today. Like that's real comedy. Comedy that can hold up the test of time. That's real comedy. Yeah, you know that's just it. I don't know what else to talk about. Like, I mean, you ruined my mojo.
I ruined your mojo with the fried chicken.
No, I brought up the fried chicken. I like fried chicken. I want fried chicken.
You want fried chicken?
Kind of want fried chicken.
We're gonna go eat fried chicken.
I want fried chicken.
I don't know about that.
I think I know a place we could go get fried chicken.
Okay. Well, anyway, what was I? There was something I was gonna talk. I wanted to talk about today, but I can't remember what. We're going back to school soon.
Yeah, we're going back to school,
and it's gonna get hectic.
It totally will get hectic. I mean, we're gonna be so busy, but you know what? I kind of miss being busy because, like, in the summer, I feel like I'm a total waste of baggage.
You feel like you're just wasting time.
I feel like no, honestly, because like I wake up, bright and early
at noon.
At noon. Okay.
You woke up at like 1 today.
Okay, but that's because I slept like really, really late. I fell asleep. I fell asleep early, not late. I fell asleep really early.
Okay, anyway, get back to the point.
But, yeah, like, I wake up and, like, I feel like I should be doing something, but, like, I don't want to do something, but, like, I feel like I'm wasting my time.
With all your hardcore gaming.
Just being alive is, like, wasting time.
Okay, so there's a bunch of things you need to get done that you haven't been doing.
Like what?
We've talked about this already.
I've already done.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need to see that afterwards. Okay. Because we're working on all this other side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to get done.
I have, like... What I showed you before is what I'm planning on using.
Okay.
And I don't think of connecting any kind of thing to it.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I need a lot of we have we have a lot of stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And it's about to get really busy.
Yes.
And everything's piling up, and I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna do it somehow.
Yep, we're gonna pull it off.
And then once it's all done, I guess we'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
You think you can do that?
Pray for us, guys.
Pray for us, guys.
We're going down.
We're going down. It's about like the next little stretch will be very complicated, but come the new year, hopefully all of that's sorted out by then.
All of it's sorted out, but we'll still be we'll probably be a little more
falling apart,
busy.
Yeah,
and falling apart because then we'll be in the momentum of it, right?
Yeah.
By that point.
Yeah, for sure.
I got tired just thinking of it.
You can't get tired.
That's so. You know what I mean?
No.
You know when you just wake up.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you want to do is just go back to sleep. Like
always.
That's how I feel.
That's how you feel
about school. Like I start school and I just want to end it already. Just want to end. Literally, it's like when you wake up just ate breakfast and you're like,
college is gonna suck the life out of you.
Oh, I am planning on it. I'm expecting. I'm ready. Come at me. Like I'm hoping for that to happen.
Okay.
Because then that means I got a good education.
I don't know about that.
I mean, unless the professor sucks and like they just have no.
Yo, man, I'm serious. If I have a professor that sucks, if I get a professor that is monotoned, I think I might shoot myself. That's a little bit much, but like I think like if I get a monotone teacher, yeah,
I will probably complain about it.
Okay. Well, I need you to understand. I need you to understand that.
We're gonna wrap up this episode.
Yeah, we should wrap up this episode.
But I don't feel like it. You can't make me.
I wasn't asking if you felt like it.
But I feel like it.
Okay. Well, we gotta get it done.
Okay, guys. This has not been Two Latin Brothers podcast. This has just been two Canadian dudes sitting, Chilling.
Chilling.
Just joking. Okay, guys.
Mind their own business.
Yeah, okay, guys. This has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Everything's always in the description, whether it be up, down, left, or right. Make sure to share with your rooster, share with your chinchilla, share with your donkey, share with your, I don't know, like your chipmunk, I don't know, share with anyone and everything.
Okay, well.
Always and constantly. And make sure to follow us on our Instagram. You know, we try to upload every week now. So we'll probably upload later today. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, also, we'll have a guest for next week's episode. Look forward to that. You know, put it in your time slot.
Put it in your time slot.
Schedule it, you know.
Schedule it.
Put it on your timetable. I don't care. Put it in your calendar. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.